The first thing you gotta realize, brother, is this right here is the future of wrestling. You can call this the new world order of wrestling, brother.
What's good, brother? Hollywood's famous groupie said my party is amazing. So drunk, pissing in the face basin. Every bitch in the party's not basic. NWO on those hoes. They want a good time or something in their nose. These foes we chose catching elbows. The wolf packs stay connected like Velcro. Strikes and blows, got your blood exposed. Take a shot of propane, turn beast mode. Weapons in the cabinet, stay immaculate. Bulldoze challenges, cause I'm not having it. Brother, for the obstacle, pop you an arsenal. Turn you to particles, rated in the article. Rockstar lit, poor licks on tits. Equipped with hits, leg drop this bitch. Brother, silverback a rap or call me Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. Silverback of rap or Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. Army strikes with gorillas that snipe. Catch you in the windpipe when it's spike lead pipe. Big boot hit tooth, here comes the finish. Win then celebrate with your bitches. They love that I'm manly. Melt those panties and these pansies. Ripped and stampedes. Caught in the tug of war with the God of war. Crack both kneecaps with the figure four. Then we'll jump you. What you're gonna do? Body slam giants, cause I'm immortal. $1 million parties, cause I'll fall to. Private jets, because I love the best. Slaughter the sergeant with no sweat. Got a match coming up, place your best. Global grind, I takes no rest. I'ma be Hollywood till my death, brother. Silverback a rap or call me Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. Silverback of rap or Hollywood. Throwing up the wolf pack for Hollywood. Fucking Indian bitches from Bollywood. International, but I'm Hollywood. Time to pack them up early. Yeah. South Central, what it do though? Let's get up. Eradicate the town, then call it ground zero. Mind your business, don't try to be a hero. I beat up the liar, applying the pressure rapidly. Like your mistress, obliterating your salary. Chasing in the places that's gotta be spectacular. When it comes to life, you can't be the passenger. Bring that massacre when they be coming after you. She fired you because you couldn't manage her. Equipment clips, make a nigga dip. That shit I spit is too late. You is useless, I'm improving. I level up with beat through music. Yo, Margo Lloyd's is so lame. Do anything for clout and fame. Say man and Leo away from the Bronx all the way to LA. The force got major kickback. You all gonna need a shit back. Use caution when you risk that. South Central been a dispatch. The bomb from Bronx Lebanon, aka King Kong Palm. King Picasso throwing arms. It's the storm after calm. Whipping in the kitchen, my adventures make a nigga get. Turn to the streets when jobs is out of reach. South Bronx to South Central ain't nothing sweet. Come compete, you get delayed.
Monster hunt on these streets when it's time to eat. TD Jakes was a freak when it's time to preach. My SmackDown Raw still all elite. Yeah, press badge type, never mind the seats. 10 toes down, no need to leech. My word concrete, still wearing cleats. Bad bitch with me, still sand the beach. On the each two for me, cause it's never a reach. YouTube, I'm still high the seat. Flaw with the jaw, but I plug the leak. Got on this mic and I'm in too deep. About 1,000 bottles later, means you're hairy than me. King of the block while I stone the seat. Never met a geek that ran the streets. J's on the feet while I clutch these beats. Go Sega with the sonics like I'm Fit L3. Stay resubmitting every path to pave. Walk a tsunami cause I am the wave. Bring your revelations like the end of days. Saw him in a palm frame, Beverly's maze. Enemies clock out like Flavor Flav. Make it public when you took it, I was born to blaze. For me in the kitchen for the food you crave. This raw rap shit and the beef is brave. On this campaign I'm vicious. Word to sit, I'm the sickness. Champagne drink for my bitches. If she's queen, we share riches. On these hills granting wishes. If she's Hershey's, it's kisses. It's like magic, I'm twisted. Balls on Tundra, you missed it.
Whipping in the kitchen, my adventures make a nigga get. Turn to the streets when jobs is out of reach. South Bronx to South Central AOB 1212. Let me know how I'm sounding to you. Council Roundtable, episode 294. Talked about that old fashioned razz to let y'all know what's happening. You dig? Yeah, B's qualifying match tonight. Blaze, what to do though? Appreciate that. That's me featuring my guy King Leo. Make sure you check that out. What's good, Anubis? I'm over here watching SmackDown. Oh, now this shit want to glitch up. Come on, son. I'm a little behind. I'm watching the triple threat qualifying match with Mia Yim, Chelsea Green, and what's shorty name again? All right. And Alexa Bliss. Sorry about that. What's good, Black Star? So that's what they call him, JC Mateo. Not mad at that name either. Shit, but I think Tove said it best. If WWE fucks it up, they fucked up JC, not Jeff Cobb. Well, we all know what type of time he's going to be on for right now. He's just going to be the heavy. And I'm not going to lie. I like the opening segment. I do. That was a nice opening segment. Right now, the ladies is doing their thing. That's the part I'm up to. I want to talk about this real quick. Because Rhea Ripley over here tripping. I don't know if y'all seen this. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick on the highly expensive Council Tron. Let's read this together. Let's do it together. Let's see. Women's wrestling fan. Women deserves better. In the same breath. She's sleeping with her boss. That's why she where she says, damn, I butchered that. Sorry about that. Excuse me. She's sleeping with her boss. That's why she's where she is. She should retire. She doesn't deserve it. She handled everything and never worked for anything. I hope she gets injured. That's diabolical if they're saying that. And I won't be surprised if fans are actually saying something like that. You guys are the real reason it's so difficult to be taken seriously as a women's wrestler. If you put as much effort into your own miserable lives as you put into degrading successful women, then maybe you would accomplish something yourself. Now, yeah, there could be some toxic fans out there that be on some bogus behavior. But I never seen her like thanking the fans. I never seen her put a tweet out there saying, like, you know what? I appreciate the fans for supporting me and stuff like that. Why you gotta address the fans that's saying bogus stuff? Because it's like, who is she talking to? Like, or who is she talking about? What fan is out here saying that such and such got over because they sleeping with their boss when it comes to a female wrestler? Is there any female wrestlers out there that's accused of sleeping with their boss? Am I missing something? Ballet, what it do though? What's good, model? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And it's like, knock it off, B, because you are very over. I don't even know why you're complaining. Everybody loves you, Rhea. What's that about?
who accused you of sleeping with anybody but Buddy Matthews? That's only like nobody never said. Maybe a couple of silly rumors out there about you and Dom, but that was just off of play. So it's like, where's that coming from? What Black Soul said. That's not Rhea spazzing out. That is more Rhea voicing her opinion, although it's not all fans. They are crazy ass fans. I hear what you're saying, but it's like, who is she talking about? What female wrestlers out there getting accused of sleeping with their boss? Like, what is she talking about? It's a legitimate question. I'll wait. And I'm also saying I never seen her have a tweet out there that said, like, you know what, I appreciate my fans. Thanks for the love. I never seen that either. And wishing certain female wrestlers get injured. That's one thing I never heard. I won't be surprised if somebody says something like that, like, oh, I wish such and such get hurt. I never wish that on any wrestler, male or female. I think that is whack. Because at the end of the day, if they're not hurting anybody, why should you wish for them to get hurt over a television program? That shit bogus as hell. Anubis said he never been a fan of Rhea. I think Rhea's cool. I think sometimes, yeah, she'll get over pushed. I'll say that. But Rhea, she never bothered. I like Rhea. I really do. But when it comes to certain circumstances, she does get over pushed, yes. Hit that thumbs up, though, before I open up the floodgates. We're gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna lie, damn. Who won that match between the ladies? I turned my face toward Stan. I stopped looking at the match. Is the match still going on? I think I missed it. Damn, that's my bad, y'all. I need 4 more likes and I'll open up the floodgates. Oh, yeah. And after this, I'm going to do some streaming, B. You already know I told you I was getting the Capcom Fighting Collection Part 2. So right after this live, I'm going to do some streaming. So make sure you stay tuned for that. This dude, King Leo, ballet. This dude, King Leo, said he want the smoke when it comes to Street Fighter. I'm like, let me find out, huh? You gotta stay tuned for that. Sandman versus King Leo when it comes to that Street Fighter. Oh, man. Yeah, Motto. Oh, you said, yeah. I'm like, come on with it. This dude's getting a rematch. Melo and Aleister Black. Wow, so Melo could lose again. Anyways. Pow! Right there. That's that link right there, B. Pull up. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about SmackDown, which is going on right now. I'm going to talk about JC Mateo. We're going to talk about this week in wrestling. We got the bum out of the week. We're going to have some fun tonight, B. I'm not going to hold you. Blaze was goody, my guy. Yeah, I started playing that. I started playing it. I see you guys in the background. I see y'all. I got that like a couple of months ago with the little rabbit with that big ass mechanical fist. Hey, yo, B.
It was good, everybody.
What's up?
All right. What's going on, gentlemen?
Wait,
Real
before we. Oh, wait. I was just gonna say, when he said "fist" on PS5, I'm like, that was also a Sylvester Stallone movie from the '80s.
Yeah, it's like an acronym.
Yep.
FIST. It's with a little bunny with a big ass mechanical fist attached to his back.
But real quick to answer your question, it's Friday, so Chelsea lost.
Who pinned her?
Alexa.
I should have known. Like I just turned my face from the screen because I'm over here hosting the show, and the next thing I seen it was commercial break when I saw looking at the TV. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even get to see who won the match.
Well, she does have a nice finisher though. That Sister Abigail into a DDT is kind of nice.
Yeah, isn't that the same thing this dude does? Switchblade. This dude Jay White.
Is it?
Yeah, is that the Blade? Isn't that the Blade Runner?
Yeah.
No, but I think like he twists, like he does like a different twist to the Sister Abigail. But I think like he twists more with his.
Well, it's better than Alexa's old finisher. That weird high wrist she used to do.
Yeah, true.
I liked it, but it just looked weird.
Yeah, we got our sports guy right here, Motto. What's going on with the next game, Black Star?
I tell you this much right now: we're in the wrong line of work right now. Like because I saw what that 49ers quarterback. And yes, the next game is wild going on right now. Like the crowd is going nuts over like some random shit. But we're in the wrong line of work right now. Because like, did you see what that 49ers quarterback got?
No.
He got $53 million a year. I was like, the fuck?
Remember when you yell, that's when you start glitching.
He got $53 million a year. I was like, what the hell?
$53 million a year. Yikes.
Yes. I was like, what did he do to get $53 million a year?
Oh man. I don't even want that much money. Like, what can you like? $53 million a year. That's And you say he's a football player?
Yeah, the starting quarterback for the 49ers.
Yeah, so it's like, is that what's my dude name? That was a quarterback. I'm saying, what the fuck is this dude name again?
Brock Purdy. There you go. That's his name.
Yeah.
He got $53 million. I was like, what did he do? Exactly.
Yada mean.
What's up? Bro, that hit, bro. When Jacob turns on Solo, it is going to be beautiful.
Yo, that was a good opening segment. I like
Solo better not get a title shot after this.
See, this one thing about Solo, even though he's a bum in the ring, he keep losing, but he really cuts a real decent promo. That's one thing I can say about him.
Which is why I don't understand why they booked him into oblivion like this.
Don't care. Should get a title shot. Jeff Cobb should get a title shot.
Jeff Cobb should get a title
shot. He just got there.
Also, why is he? Also, I hope they don't permanently call him JC. I hope that's just like a nickname.
No, that's his actual name. His ring name is gonna be JC Mateo, something like that.
See, JC Mateo doesn't bother me. I like that.
Yeah, sounds cool.
Yeah,
I'll tell you though, I've never heard Jeff Cobb actually cut a promo in all the years I've watched him wrestle.
It's probably not a good one.
I don't know if he is. Like I said, he's always just.
I don't know. I don't think I've heard him talk either. So this would be interesting.
come to the ring, whoop ass, and that was it. Like there was no talking.
Right.
Well,
Like
he'll
I've
get
never
over it.
seen no segments, no vignettes, nothing. Just Jeff Cobb comes to the ring, beats ass.
Did he
And
talk
then,
at
right,
Matanza?
and then right now you got this dude Solo. He could be his mouthpiece.
Yeah.
But did
Yeah,
he talk as Matanza or no?
I
No, he
don't know.
didn't.
No, he never talked as Matanza.
He definitely didn't talk as Matanza. He just came through and just wrecked shit.
Yeah.
This dude Dario Cueto was his mouthpiece.
And
Okay.
when you have Dario Cueto as a mouthpiece, you don't really need anything else. I mean, come on, he killed it as a
Right.
mouthpiece.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the person who should come to WWE.
Dario.
Say it again. Yeah, Dario
Dario
Cueto.
Cueto.
Yeah, Dario Cueto
Yeah.
should come to WWE and be.
Yo, you know what'd be hot? What if they was bringing the WWE, right, and have him the GM of AAA?
That would be sick.
That would work.
That would be crazy.
That
Oh,
would
and you know what
work.
else would be cool? And you got to bring back Katarina.
That's his
Think
daughter,
so?
right?
No, the chick that would do the lick of death. They were awesome when they would talk crap to each other. You know, Mil Muertes valet, the lady that, you know, would always lick the dead guy, which I'm like, if I lost a match, I couldn't take it too hard if that was what I was getting.
Let me read what,
Like, damn.
Model said real quick. He was saying that let this sink in that Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant, picked last in the 2022 draft, been to the Super Bowl, and now $250 million richer in 5 years. He will have a bio movie in 10 years.
True.
That's how it
Yeah.
works.
Damn.
Vince Papali got a movie. Had Mark Wahlberg starring as him.
Oh, okay.
But he didn't win a Super Bowl though. Like
Doesn't
shouldn't
matter.
you
He
getting
became a
upset?
teacher. He got on the Eagles.
Like,
He was a
shouldn't you get
teacher who got on
upset?
the Eagles. He
Yeah,
called the
yeah.
movie Invincible.
No,
But how the fuck did that even happen though? Like how he was Mr. Irrelevant, picked last in the 2025, the 2022 draft till now. You know what I mean?
wasn't
He
that
can't-
draft loaded at quarterback?
You gotta ask Model. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know jack about football. All I know is that the Falcons messed up when they passed over on Walter Payton. They're like, we don't know if he's any good.
Yeah, like what happened in between that time from 2022 till 2022 until now?
Like, he made it to one Super Bowl. Was supposed to make it to back-to-back Super Bowls, but he got hurt in the NFC Championship game. I think that was the year. That was the year Philly won. Yeah, Philly won the NFC Championship game.
That was last year, right? When they beat the Chiefs.
No, that was 2
Super
years
Bowl?
ago when the Chiefs beat them.
Okay.
Right.
See, I'll be keeping up a little bit. I'm keeping up here and there a little bit. Pause.
Like last year was just a disaster. Like that was because everybody got hurt, and of course the Madden curse lives on.
Toph, what to do though?
Yo, chilling. It's good.
It was goody tough.
Quiet Friday.
Okay.
Today was not a good day for Cassie though. Big setback today, and yeah, this wasn't a good day. I still think Diddy's not going to get off, but yeah, today was a lot of bad stuff happened today.
How bad was the damage?
Well, lots that's been going on. Let's see here. I'll go through this quickly here. Cassie was interviewed today. Well, not interviewed. She was on stand. Well, she's 8 months pregnant also. So
yeah, she's getting cross-examined.
Right. So if there's anyone wondering, like, why is there so much focus on Cassie, it's because she's 8 months pregnant and she's due literally like any day now. So they got to go ahead and interview her. So the big thing today, the O'Day guy, I mentioned him before. He is the former sex worker who was arrested for shooting up a Trump hotel. and the one who went on the crazy ramblings about basically being a sex slave and how he was forced to have sex with Cassie and all that stuff. His
Giving
stuff was
millions.
right. His stuff was actually brought up in the court case today and yesterday. Cassie confirmed the stories and that everything was true and all that. And according to Cassie's words, she saw him recording, the freak off. And one of the rules of the freak offs is, cameras are not allowed. Well, the O'Day dude, he says the reason he was recording was as a way to make himself innocent. So, because he knew, because according to the O'Day guy, he claimed that Cassie was so drugged out of her mind that she was literally in and out of consciousness during said freak off. And so
Yeah,
he
I heard
recorded,
about that too.
right. So he recorded it to show that he was not involving himself in that particular incident. So in the case it went into some type of legal trial, it's a way to kind of it's his out, so to speak. So then Cassie confirmed that she then told Diddy about this, and Diddy told her, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it," and but would not elaborate on it any further. So then a little bit after this, she claims that she went to, I guess it was some type of album release party. I don't really follow her musical career like that, but she went to like one of those little release parties thing. And according to her, she said that a gentleman approached her and said that he saw the tape. And so this freaked her out. And, so she wanted to ask him, where did you see this tape from? So she thinks the O'Day guy leaked the tape out. The O'Day dude is saying he did not leak the tape out. And so if you believe him, that means that somebody else recorded, cough, cough, Diddy. So then
Yeah.
Cassie then went on to basically threaten this guy. And she was basically on some New Jack City type bullshit where she's like, listen, here's the deal. If you don't get rid of this fucking tape, you're going to get taken care of. If it's not going to be by me, it's going to be by somebody else. Blood is on your hands as long as you have the tape. So she's admitting on stand to threatening someone like this is going to end bad for you if you don't get rid of the tape. But it gets worse.
Wait! Before you say anything, it has been rumored for a while, allegedly, that she was just as bad as he was in the first place.
Well, yeah, that's what I was about to get to. It gets worse. Everything I just said was the appetizer. So
like I'll be sure stuff.
Right. So not long after the incident about this tape leaking or not, Diddy and her basically broke things off and they broke up officially. And then not long after they broke up, that's when Kim Porter, Diddy's the mother of Diddy's children, passed away. And of course, her death, that's another case in itself. Right. So at this funeral for Kim Porter, Diddy, did a eulogy for her, and he referred to Kim as his soulmate. Well, this apparently upset Cassie because, Cassie had been with him off and on for over a decade. And basically, she wanted to be more than just a girlfriend because there was a period in time where apparently she wanted to get pregnant and, have a child by Diddy. And the reports are claiming that Diddy did not want to have children with Cassie and would not elaborate further. So she got very upset that Diddy referred to her being Kim Porter as a soulmate, and it caused a big altercation at the funeral. So this is at the actual funeral service. So Cassie is at another woman's funeral, starting an argument like, "Yo, why do you call her, this woman who's not here, a soulmate, but you can't call me your soulmate?" So it's a bad look. So then, according to this, Diddy's testimony was saying that after Kim's passing and after he had broken things off with Cassie, he had basically moved on and had stopped talking to Cassie. But it was Cassie, she was the one that kept trying to basically re-enter the relationship, so to speak. So it's like, Diddy's done. He's ceased contact. He's not talking to her. He's not texting her. Like, he's totally just moved on. He's not even, she's not on his radar. So it's like she's coming off like this bitter ex. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why all this is relevant is because Diddy's defense team, they know that they cannot defend any of the crazy shit that Diddy did because there's just too much evidence. So since they can't defend that, their only play is to basically to convince the jury that
Doing
everything
that.
that Cassie went through was of her choice. It was of her own volition, that she wasn't forced, and that it was basically their defense is to say that she's just a bitter ex-girlfriend. And so today in court, unfortunately, the actions that Cassie displayed during the aftermath of Kim Porter's passing, as well as her basically stalking Diddy, like, yo, why aren't you talking to me, when she was the one that initiated it, it feeds the narrative that, you know, that she was basically obsessed, so to speak. So yeah, it wasn't really a good day for the up to this point. It's basically just been, to give a wrestling perspective, it's been a squash match. Every day it's just Diddy just being buried by, you know, just main eventer after main eventer after main eventer. Not today though. Today was pretty bad. This
Yo,
was
Nate is a mess.
right, but that's
All right.
basically what happened today.
Wouldn't,
All
or real quick, Toph, wouldn't
Go ahead.
that be Stockholm syndrome?
I would agree.
Of
yes.
course. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
she definitely has Stockholm syndrome. Like, no doubt about it, for sure. Right.
So wouldn't the prosecution just call it Stockholm syndrome and leave it at that?
Well, here's
even
the
if that's
thing.
the,
Like,
you
she's
go,
just
Zach.
being cross-examined right now. Like,
Okay.
the case isn't really all about Cassie. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got to remember too. This is just starting. This case is supposed to last till like what, July, I think.
Yeah,
Jesus.
July. Hmm.
So it's gonna be a hell of a ride. And then you got Aubrey O'Day. She pulling up the singer from Danity Kane. I think she's supposed to take the stand. This dude, Albie Shaw, he wants to take the stand. So, you know what I mean? They're gonna put him through it.
Not to make it racial, but don't let a white chick get on stand.
I just
I'll be ball game over.
Aubrey O'Day is white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the singer from Danity Kane, she's Aubrey O'Day, she's white. She been talking about Diddy from
that's what I'm saying,
from
but
way
don't-
before all this.
But a lot of people been talking about him.
But yeah,
That's
that's what I'm
the
saying. Like,
crazy
don't let
part.
the white chick get on. Like, don't let the white chick get on the stand. If she starts crying and starts saying all this horrible shit that happened, that's ball game over.
Well, hell, Wendy Williams was saying it, and they pegged her as crazy,
Yeah.
and they
Yo,
blackballed her from the radio.
didn't Michael B.
She is
Jordan?
crazy, well, she is crazy, but still.
She ain't that crazy. She got driven crazy. You can be driven crazy.
That's the other kind of thing I've noticed, because the reoccurring pattern here, it seems like Diddy is jealous and bothered.
What's
at
good,
just
Cutler?
just based off all these other allegations, it seems that Diddy is bothered at the idea of Cassie being with another celebrity / another rapper / performer, but doesn't really care if she's with a regular dude. Because her husband, Alex Fine, to those who don't know, that's her trainer that Diddy set her up with, by the way. And he doesn't really seem to care about that, but was clearly bothered at her at one point being attached to Michael B. Jordan, allegedly being attached to Chris Brown and the Kid Cudi guy that you guys just mentioned.
That's how. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because that's what I was mentioning. I'm like, yo, how did Michael B. Jordan get dragged into this?
They used to date, allegedly.
Wow.
But with Kid Cudi, he was like, this dude tried to blow my car up.
Yeah, another alleged incident.
No one would be the funniest thing about like this entire situation is somebody goes like, "Oh, that's when Donald Trump came in and did blank, 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 blank." Go like, "Oh shit."
Well, what I be trying to,
what was that?
What I was trying to say though, I don't know. That wasn't on my end.
What was that?
All I was gonna say is,
what was what?
Well, you said, what was that?
No, like I feel like throwing the president into like this entire situation, like that would make things a whole different thunderstorm of bullshit.
No, what'd you say from before that? What'd you say from
I
before?
was gonna say, it's been talking about Diddy for years.
Wait. What was that? Say that. Say how you said it from before. What was that? You said, what the fuck was that?
No, that's like, oh, that's when Donald Trump came in and then blank.
What I find the most interesting about this whole thing is how quiet J-Lo is. This bitch is going off the map. Nobody knows.
A lot of motherfuckers is quiet.
She's a true.
Yeah, it ain't just her that's quiet.
What was that?
And a lot of them. Oh wait, and a lot of them are gone. Heavy D ain't here no more. Kim Porter. I'll be sure says something. Allegedly, he's in the hospital right now.
Like, what was that chick's name that was with that was with Weinstein, or not Weinstein, or yeah, no, not Weinstein.
You mean Epstein?
Yeah, Epstein. Yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, she got a weird name.
You talk about the Ghislaine Maxwell chick, that one.
There you go. J-Lo, that's P. Diddy's Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yeah, because I remember she tried to leave the country before they got her. She had like a fucking lodge and everything. Like it was The Last of Us, and they was just like, "Nah, bitch, we got you."
Well, technically, they don't really have her because she's like connected to Mossad.
Yeah.
Like, Israeli intelligence, allegedly. So it's like, you got me, but you can't really do nothing. It's like that, like the lady they caught trafficking tons of people in Cali way back in the day when the FBI had her, and she just started laughing and goes, "You don't got the resources." And they were like, "Damn it, she's right."
Easy E was good, my guy.
Easy
E.
It was good, Easy.
Well, appreciate y'all for pulling up and hitting up that thumbs up. Remember, right after this, I'm going to do some streaming when it comes to that Capcom Fighting Collection, B. This dude, King Leo, said he wanted to fight me in some Street Fighter, so I want all the smoke.
No game I want to get that new Mafia game. The new Mafia game looks nice.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm getting that. Mafia Old Country? I'm getting
Yeah, that game looks nice.
Y'all see what I just posted on the screen on my camera? I just walked by this on my way from the store. I don't know who this is.
Hold on, let me see. Pull up right now.
Probably Vince.
Just pulled up out of nowhere.
Now, hold on. Hey, wait. I'm going to pull up on the full screen. Show it one more time.
Oh, one more time? All right, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm walking back to it. I couldn't see Vince McMahon just pulling up and being like, "Ah."
Yeah.
Let me see. Linda's
What the hell? Oh my god!
They just spray painted on the wall. That's nothing. Down the street when I was at work, right across the street from me, there was a big shootout. They cut down the whole road.
Yo, Julie, they just traded Julia to SmackDown.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Oh my god. So I guess you're never gonna get an explanation of why her and Roxy was jumping Io then. I guess you just gotta forget it.
Like because that was supposed to be Cora Jade. Cora got cut, so they had to replace her with somebody.
Can somebody please explain to me the logic of
somebody sound like they next to a plane that's farting.
What the hell?
That's a motorcycle, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can somebody please explain the logic of getting released, saying you were body shamed, and then opening an OnlyFans? Make it make sense. Okay, really?
Yeah, shorty tripping, yo.
Stop trying.
Just admit they were upset that you got a boob job without permission, and that's it.
Cora the horror.
They really They really gave R-Truth the WWE title match. Good.
What? No.
You know what? I'm not mad at it.
I'm pissed.
I'm not. Because
if this was 2011 R-Truth, I'd be for it, but this is not 2011.
He can still go though.
It doesn't matter. It does not matter. He doesn't deserve this match.
Dang. A lot of motherfuckers didn't deserve their title matches, and they still got them.
That doesn't make it right. Good lord.
It's this is all truth though. Anybody, if anybody else, you got it. I ain't gonna lie. Anybody else, you got it. But all truth. Go ahead.
Why are they still pushing this Damian Priest Drew feud? This is one of the most forced uppercard feuds I've ever seen in the company. This shit is hella forced, bro. It is not genuine at all. Why are we wasting Drew's time with this bullshit?
For you.
Well, they're about to end it at Saturday night's main event. They're putting him in a cage. So
I don't even hate Priest like that. Like again, Priest is cool, but like this shit is totally like forced, bro.
But it's going somewhere though. But it is going somewhere. So if you gotta think of it like that, just like what this dude TKO just said, is heading towards a cage match. So you know that's
oh really good. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what TKO just said.
Okay. They made Drew versus Priest in a cage for Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, that should be a feud ender.
Yeah. But what they should do, they should have this dude. Remember, this dude Damian Priest is supposed to have a block named after him in the Bronx. Why don't y'all go over there and show it on SmackDown? Show him revealing the block that's named after him. Why don't y'all do that? Why is WWE so fucking uncreative?
Because they don't claim that he's from the Bronx. This is literally the first and only time they've ever mentioned it.
Like, I tell you this much right now. If they do Cena and Travis Scott versus Cody and Bad Bunny in LA,
I don't even know if Bad Bunny's even coming back.
I think we're past that at this point, bro. I think that they're just their best bet. Literally, as we said before, the week after Mania, it's unfortunate. Their best bet is to literally just ignore that shit as if it never happened. Seen as a heel, he's on his own. Like that's it. No Rock, no Travis Scott.
I quit with the WWE main event scene. I quit.
I didn't see any of that, so I don't know.
Bro,
I still don't even know who Bad Bunny is.
Bro, how many aneurysms have we gotten trying to figure out what the fuck is going on?
Several.
That's your first mistake. I think of WWE nowadays like Trigun back in the day. The creator said, "Oh my God, are you trying to make sense of what I'm writing? That's on you."
My dude Trigun, he never misses a shot.
Nah, I mean, don't get it. Trigun's one of my favorite anime / manga, but it made no sense whatsoever. Like, the further you went with it, like, you'd be like, "Hey, what happened here?" And the writer was just like, "You're looking for logic? What's wrong with you?"
Trigun was like Nick Cannon in that movie Underclassmen.
Except he's cool. Bash has the drip.
Oh God!
But to be fair, I did hate Underclassmen. I actually got a couple of chuckles out of it.
I like Underclassmen.
It wasn't great. Like, I like what he's. I'm a blip. That was it.
Yeah, I swear to God, TKO, I'm gonna hurt you. Post the match in the chat, my guy. Why you keep putting it in the private chat?
I put it in the chat. You just didn't see it.
I don't see it.
It's on the top when Toph started talking about the Diddy case.
Hold on, let me see. Let me see. What you talking about? Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it.
It's there, bro. I literally, while Toph was talking, I put it in there.
Let me see.
Whoa.
The link?
Yeah, his match of the day. TKO's match of the day. Yeah, I don't see it.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I see it.
Where?
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't see it. It's not there.
Oh no, wait a minute. That's you, Sam, man. Never mind.
Not the private chat. Not the private chat. I'm talking about the live
it's
chat.
Not there.
Yeah, it's not there.
Oh my God. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm telling you, my dude, is not there. Appreciate you, Ballet.
I know I put it there, but you know what? I'm gonna put it there again. But anyway, my match of the day is an NXT match. It is a match that I believe is Andrade's best match. Andrade versus Johnny Gargano for the NXT title.
Oh
Oh,
hell yeah!
when
Oh, that is a
Selena,
good match.
like I'm not gonna ruin it for people who didn't see it,
This
but I
dude
know which one you're talking
TKO
about. Though.
TKO acting like he too good to post in the chat.
Well, hell, he posted it in chat, in
Where?
private chat.
Yeah, in a private chat.
But you know, I don't know.
He's like,
If I
it's my
kinda,
match of the day. You not this is my match of the day. You gotta look for that shit your damn selves.
ah,
I know which match you're talking about. Like, I think like it's the one when I think Gargano was hurt at that time, right?
I think it's a takeover. I think it's a
Yeah.
takeover
yeah,
match,
it
right?
was
Yeah.
takeover. Because I
Or
just clicked
not
the link.
Gargano, but Ciampa was hurt, right?
Ciampa had that knee injury. So
Yeah, like
but,
Selena Vegas tossed in something at the end of that match.
but yeah, it was a takeover. It was before, but yeah, to me that was Andrade's best singles match.
Better than him versus Aleister Black.
Honestly, I would put that above the match with Black, even though the match with Black was
Really?
good.
Okay.
I
Hey,
thought it was good. The match with Black was still good, but to me, I felt that the match with Gargano was better because it fully established Andrade as a singles world champion, or at least on NXT.
Like I believe the match with Black told a better story
Okay,
than
this
the match
this
with
when he was
Ciampa
in Philly. This
or
takeover Philly.
with a Gargano because the match with
I
Gargano
like
was
how
more.
I like how you made the statement at the NTKL. You said he was the main eventer on NXT. Very smart.
hey, John.
Hey, he was, but hey, and it also goes back to what I said before. Fans really said that TK fumbled Andrade, and I say, did he really?
No, he did not. No.
Did he really? Because he was a mid Carter on AEW, and he's still a mid Carter now. The only difference is he's a lower mid Carter in WWE.
Yeah, when he was in Los Ingobernables, like he wasn't the one.
It's like I said, man, that's the thing about this culture. And it's unfortunate because we live in a wrestling world that had so many years without an alternative. So like a lot of these fans now, they've only grown up on WWE. So the concept of an alternative is like very new to them. And so they can't comprehend the idea that some wrestlers are just going to be middle of the card regardless. Like I cringed. Like I tried to give, what's he called now? Ricky Saints, right?
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
his name now, Ricky Saints.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ricky Saints. Yeah.
I tried to give it a chance. Like I watched like one match he had on NXT, and the NXT arena was chanting Tony fumble, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. He did not fumble Ricky Starks. Like, and I like Ricky. Ricky's great, but he's not going to be a main eventer either. He's a really
Yeah, all I
good
wanted
big card tag team level guy, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. My favorite wrestlers as a kid were all mid card guys, and nobody fucking cared that Scott Hall was a mid carder. You know why? Because he was fucking cool. That's why.
Like
Nobody
to
cared.
me,
great, but hey, I needed to ask y'all. I tried to ask y'all at the last panel. Well, I wasn't on the panel, but because I was at work. But y'all been keeping up with Velveteen Dream's YouTube stuff?
he's on
Yeah, I
crack.
heard
Let's
about
move on.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, y'all didn't discuss it. I'm like, what the hell is up with this guy?
Because there's nothing to discuss. Like I'm really mad at him. To tell you the truth, I'm like
Mm-hmm.
how he sabotaged his career is like not even only his career, him as a person.
Yeah,
bro, his life, bro. We was all caping for Velveteen Dream. We were like, this dude is gonna be the future.
Yeah, we was here. We was here with it. We was locked in. All of us are saying like, yo, when Velveteen Dream pull up, he's gonna be a fucking star. All of us is right here at the fucking round table. We was all saying it.
Every match he had, it felt like a main event. The match with Aleister Black, the match with Ciampa, the match with Roddy Strong, Gargano. Hell, that street fight he had with Adam Cole was fire.
And let me shout out Chris Van Vliet, really positive guy.
Yeah,
So
I
he's
love
cool.
CVV.
Right. Yeah, Chris Van Vliet's cool. I appreciate the fact that he gave Velveteen, a platform to tell his truth. So I don't want any listeners to think I'm trying to throw shade at Chris, because he's cool. But if you go back and watch that interview, because I watched it like 3 different times, he asked Dream every question except the most important one, which is, why were you messaging underage kids to begin with? At no point was that ever asked. And to me, that was the most important. Like they kept dancing around it. They
And
danced
not only that,
around it.
he privated that video. I think he admitted to private in that video. He still got the video in the archives. He just privated it. And it's like
most times,
why would you? Why would you private it? Like, you had your opportunity right then and there, like you said, to ask a hard hitting questions, because he normally does ask really good questions. But when it came to that interview, it was like he handled it with like kitty gloves a little bit.
It was
like
softball. It was Yeah,
it's like he wanted Velveteen to incriminate himself. He didn't want to like throw him in there. He didn't want to throw him out there like that. Because he normally will ask really good questions when it comes to everybody else. But when it comes to Velveteen Dream, I don't know.
But to be fair to Chris Van Vliet, there are some people out there who would just tell you straight out, you can't answer, you can't ask them blank, or you can't ask them specific questions.
Yeah. Usually they have handlers that, like, because before the interview they tell you what you can ask about and what you can't.
See, the impression that I had at the time when he did the interview, because I was pulling for Dream, because the difference between Velveteen Dream and someone like, say, Tessa Blanchard, for example, to this day, Tessa has not verbalized what exactly happened. She has not acknowledged where her heat has come. Like, everybody knows like what happened, but she has yet to actually comment on it. So when Velveteen Dream was on Chris Van Vliet, I figured, okay, this is going to be his platform to tell his truth, explain what happened, and it's going to end with like a public apology of, I'm sorry to WWE, I'm sorry to the fans, I'm sorry to Triple H and Shawn Michaels, I'm sorry to the people I hurt. Like, I was waiting
he apologized.
For that.
Yeah, he apologized to Triple H and Shawn Michaels, but he didn't apologize for his actions. He didn't apologize to the fans. He just apologized to his bosses.
Right. And that's where he.
When was this interview? Because I don't know. When was the interview at?
That's what I was saying. Chris Van Vliet, he privated it. You might get it from somewhere else, like a third party, but that particular interview, he privated that video.
Let me see.
I just wanted to know when it happened. Like, what was it recent?
Chris Van Vliet.
No, it was. Yeah,
it's around the time when the allegations, right after the allegations that came out. This is right after he got fired from NXT.
Yeah, Sandman's right. I'm on Chris Van Vliet's YouTube channel right now, and the video's gone. There's like a playlist section. You go into playlists and you type in someone's name. I just typed in Velveteen Dream, and it's just a blank. It wasn't this year, and it wasn't last year. I think it was like 2023. I think because the reason it even started was because EC3 of all people had said a story that him and Dream were roomed together. I guess this was back in NXT, and according to EC3 said that Velveteen Dream would put cameras in the restroom.
Jesus, I remember.
Yeah, I know. I knew about that, but that's what I was asking. If y'all had seen his recent stuff.
Right, that's such a random thing to accuse somebody of. Like, why would somebody? Like, sometimes people are just saying shit, but why would someone lie? Like, I'm not even an EC3 guy because he's crazy too. But why would someone say that? That's that's too specific to be bullshit.
Yeah, he said that he used to have had his
like he's telling the truth.
Yeah, like he had his cell phone propped up, and every time somebody would come into the bathroom, I guess you could see their business. How he had his phone propped up.
I think they call that voyeurism. I mean, whatever. Everybody has their own kink and shit, but I just
voyeurism. That's when you watch some people in exhibitionism when you want to be watched.
Yeah, exactly. Like that shit right there. If he was on that type of time, I think Velveteen Dream should have got his ass whipped.
But according to Dana White, that's fucking illegal.
I can kind of believe it because Saraya, Paige, she opened up about the incident with her, and Brad Maddox, that was his name, right? Brad Maddox, the guy.
Brad Maddox, yeah.
Oh god.
Right, and what Saraya had said. Right, and what Saraya had said. Obviously, Saraya didn't go into all the details of that situation, but she was on some podcast like earlier this year. This was like after she left AEW, and she said the reason why she did all that stuff, in the infamous tape, with Xavier and all that. At that time, this is before like NXT blew up. This was like the beginning of NXT, not like red hot black and gold NXT. So at that time, according to what Saraya was saying, if you were in NXT at that point, like they were still working on the PC, there really wasn't anything to do. They would just basically show up, work the occasional live event, and they all like lived in their dorms together. It was like a big apartment complex that I guess WWE just purchased. It was like somewhere in the outskirts of Florida, I imagine near Tampa or Miami. And the way that Saraya described it, it's like you got a bunch of young, athletic people with a lot of pent-up energy. Most of them
drinking,
are single.
they smoking.
They drinking, they're smoking. They got nowhere to go. They're not on the road. And so she just said a lot of people would just do weird shit to kill time. So she said that one of the reasons why she did that tape with Xavier back then, she admitted, she just said she was just bored, And so then once NXT, the brand, once Black and Gold blew up, and TakeOver got popular, and guys like Nakamura and Joe and Owens, so like once you get to like the mid to late 2010s and NXT started to get like really, really relevant, that's when they started traveling and doing live events and stuff. And so when that happened, that's when all the fuckery kind of, it went away because everyone had work finally. So now the PC is finished and, it's very common now for NXT wrestlers to travel with main roster people. So now there's barely anything happening. So, but anyway, to finish the story.
And then not only that, you got to remember that's what brought more eyes to the product. That's how more people was getting exposed.
Yeah, right. But you know what though? As far as that goes, for me, with the whole what happened with Xavier and all them, I don't give a rat's butt. Whatever, it was consensual. But the only issue I ever have is I'm like, how are people surprised? All I've heard are horror stories of wrestlers on the road and stuff, and the stuff they would do.
My thing is this: like they whack at fucking. I'm gonna call it like how it is. That's what's been wilding on Paige Little. Like that's when Paige was mad little too. Like what? You should have been having her doing all types of tricks. These motherfuckers was like, damn, y'all motherfuckers ain't trying to perform on this slut. Let me stop.
No, like there was a story.
No, but all I was saying was like I was like, that wasn't scandalous to me. Like when they do, I'm like, because all the wrestlers from way back when even we was a kid, all I ever heard was all this crazy shit. Like even worse.
The crazy part was
miles off.
Remember when it was they nut on the NXT Women's Championship and all that, and she licked it off the belt. I'm like, shorty is wild.
Well, hell, even some of our heroes used to basically drug people.
No, there's like this story on Crime. Oh, go ahead.
And you can shave their heads.
Now you go ahead, Black Soul. Go ahead.
No. Like there's like this story on Crime and Sports. Where, like one of the hosts was talking about Shawn Michaels.
Yes.
How he
bumped him off. That was the
woman, and then wrote horror on her forehead.
Wow.
Shaved her head too.
Shaved her head and then left her on the hotel room hallway.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
They used to do that stuff on a regular basis.
Yeah, the craziest story I ever heard was Perry Saturn said that Perry, Chris Kanyon, and Raven would go to a hotel and they used to make custom slip and slides. Where people was
what
like,
the fuck is that?
Like those, them like those things you see like at like a fair or whatever. It's like those long slides kids slide down on, right?
Like a water slide.
Right, yeah, they would make like water slides like full of like baby oil and like Coke and a
I'm tired of hearing about baby oil, B. I'm tired of.
Oh my God! If there's
I
one
guarantee
product
you,
they
the
need to
person.
ban from America, it's that shit.
You run, you slide, you
You
jump
hit the
and
bump
take a
and take a
dive.
dive. Yep. That's Crocodile Mile.
Like, I guarantee you, the person who will probably have the funniest, like, locker room stories is probably going to be Scott Snyder. Because I guarantee you.
Sticking a
Jesus.
pencil in somebody's ass after duct taping them to a flagpole is not funny. This is messed up.
Yo, I'm not gonna hold y'all. I know we've been shooting the breeze and all that shit, but yo, Mello and Aleister Black, they are killing each other right now when I watch. Oh, come on, Miz. Why you do that?
I don't have TV. That's the only thing that sucks.
Oh, these two was killing each other just now.
Wait, they
like,
really,
doesn't Black like
really,
like
they
a
really win that match back?
So doesn't like Aleister Black like a more hard hitting match than usual?
Oh, Black has always been Black's always been a hard hitter though.
Yeah, since he was Tommy End, he was like that.
Yeah, he always
Really?
wrote,
Okay.
he always wrote strong style. That ain't nothing new.
Okay.
Him and DB had a damn good match. Him and Bryan Danielson had a damn good match back in the day too, like before they both blew up. But I was just like, ugh, they were beating the hell out of each other just to do it.
I need to see.
He let Mello shine on this one. He
okay,
let Mello shine. I like this.
I need to see Aleister Black versus Jacob Fatu on my bingo card, like somewhere down the line.
I'm a dog walk your drunk ass.
So that's your match that you want to see this year?
If it don't, either this year or next, once they move Jacob away from Solo.
Yeah, because like my match already happened.
Bro, you've been caping for Moose versus Obafemi forever.
Well, he got it. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? He got it.
I've been rocking with Moose since ROH.
We all got our wishes. Like I ain't gonna lie, like
respect.
what was it last year and the beginning of this year? We all got our wrestling wishes.
Yeah,
I didn't.
I respect Moose, but I don't rock with him anymore. He's on that Miss Daisy shit.
Yeah, I don't fuck with him either. Like he be feeling himself a little bit too much.
Hey, don't be dissing on Hulk.
Yo, look at Charlotte Flair. Wait, yo, Charlotte Flair. Why is she trying to dress like Aaliyah now?
Really?
Oh God.
She's been known to steal. Hey, wait. She's been known to steal. She's been known to steal gimmicks.
Are you trying to give me an aneurysm live on stream? Jesus fucking Christ.
But she been a gimmick thief. She's been stealing gimmicks for a minute. But when other women called her out on it though, like other women wrestlers, the internet wrestlers, the IWC's all like, "Oh, you just hating because you're not as big a star." And I'm like,
what? But what gimmick did she steal though? What gimmick?
The furry ripples around her around her neck.
The furry ripples around her neck.
The feather neck.
Right?
Before her. Nah, it was another lady.
Oh, okay.
She's only been one character. She was supposed to be the nature girl. That was the only thing she had going on.
I like her hair better when it's not blonde, though. She looked better when she had a regular color, when she was still known as Ashley.
Wow, they really threw Solo a bone here. He's going to be in Money in the Bank.
What? Solo got the win?
He had the deal. I'm not surprised. They gotta give him something.
Yeah, exactly. What else is he supposed to do?
He gotta do something.
Right.
Like you can't lose all the damn time. Like these.
But it's tradition for him to lose.
The problem I got is that for the longest time he was called the enforcer, and there's only one enforcer, and that's Arn Anderson. So if you're gonna have that, you better be an ass kicker.
Cardi B at I said Mania. Cardi B at SummerSlam. You know Cardi B is gonna do a special move on somebody, right?
Oh God, why? Sorry.
I can see her doing the Hurricanrana.
The Make-A-Wish Foundation does so well for her. But anyways.
The way Sexy Red was popping her butt, and the way Booker T was looking.
Popping her butt. What the fuck was that, nigga? She was popping that ass, nigga. That's what the fuck she was doing.
That chick.
I was trying to keep PG.
See, I'm too old. I'm not a Sexy Red fan either, at all, aesthetically or
Oh my
otherwise.
God.
No, none of us are. None of us are.
That wasn't their. I mean, I appreciate the fact that Shawn Michaels at least knows like what's relevant, but yeah, if you're gonna invite somebody from the culture on your show, you should probably invite someone that's like, I don't know, got talent next time. But
I
he
think
did more than
I think
Triple H
she's a
would have did.
legitimate fan, though. I think I think she actually watches the product.
He probably
Yeah.
does. She's from Florida. Florida, that is where Full Sail's from. So I don't see why not, right?
The ultimate what the fuck are we doing moment was when Shawn Michaels tried to invite Kendrick to NXT. I was like, nope.
Yeah, right,
nope.
Ballet.
That
Hey,
wasn't
hey,
a good look at
So you
people.
are such a gentleman.
In his defense,
That
in his
wasn't good.
defense,
Go ahead
it's
and
all
go
right. I would
twerk
have taken
that
a shot
butt.
too. I would have taken a shot too.
Twerk that butt.
That'd have been cool. If Kendrick Lamar really showed up, that would have been cool. And what the fuck?
If Kendrick would have showed up, it would have been at a WrestleMania. He not showing up in no NXT.
Right.
He probably,
If Kendrick showed up at an NXT, coked out Shawn would have came on the very next second.
He would have brung the coke out.
yeah.
Like, yeah, time to celebrate.
Right. Oh my. Oh
Hey
wow.
H, I got one up on you still, brother.
Sean Miguel.
Are they really doing this now?
What?
They're having Jeff Cobb debut tonight,
What?
Why not? Fuck it.
and he's fighting LA Knight.
Oh god.
Wow, man.
What? Come on.
Oh my god.
Are we jobbing out LA Knight?
How do
Build
you
up.
book motherfuckers in the corner off the kick? Both of them cannot lose this match.
Well, but
Right?
time to die.
Yo, Triple H is fucking retarded, yo. He really is.
What happened to vignettes and build-ups? Remember there used to be coming soon?
The last vignette
More
they
What's
did
my
was
problem,
for,
Veer Mahan?
the last vignette they did was for Aleister Black, and that's it.
I told you, bro. I said this last week, man. The cracks are showing. Pressure's getting to him.
Triple
You're
H is
really
fucking
gonna book
stupid.
Jeff Cobb. You're really gonna book Jeff Cobb to fight now and against LA Knight.
Like, out of all people, like, why would you do this?
Veera's coming still gives WWE nightmares.
Even when it affects people I like, I still got to call it out. Like, to me, it was stupid when the Guns showed up and they won the tag titles like week two into the company. They won your tag titles. Like, what? It was fucking stupid.
They did vignette the shit out of the Guns though.
Now the vignettes were not the problem. The problem was giving them the belts after after less than a month.
True, I'll give you that.
Oh, fun fact. They brought back the SmackDown Did You Knows.
Really?
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
I did enjoy,
that's good.
I did
good.
enjoy
like
those.
Well, my phone's about to take the dirt nap because I didn't charge it today. So y'all have a good one.
Appreciate
Alrighty.
you, my guy.
Much love, y'all. Peace out.
Right.
Josh?
Yeah, check out my dude Anubis, man. He be going live like every day. You know, he be on the Seinfeld shit. Just pull up and talk about everything.
Boy, these guys love blowing their loads early, don't they? Jesus.
Josh Matthews had to be the worst announcer in SmackDown history.
No, I would say Coach was, but that's another story.
Worse than Josh Matthews?
At least I gave Josh Matthews a pass because he was kind of a geek.
What saved Josh Matthews was Cole and Booker T.
Exactly. What saved Coach was nobody. Even when you put him with veteran announcers, like he still was ass.
Coach did have a funny theme, though. His theme was funny.
I like this theme music. Dung, 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 dung.
That did not fit Coach.
It did. It did. His theme song did not save him at all.
I just wish he'd be more honest, bro. Like, just be honest, man. You get it, man. You slid into Bailey's DMs. She told you, I ain't feeling you, bro. Like, that's about it.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That shit, what he said, it sounded a little personal.
Word, like,
Why?
like
Wait, hold
where?
up. Why is Jeff Cobb dressed like an Applebee's server? What are we doing, bro? I know you got. I know you got a tire, dude. I've seen you wrestle for like fucking 15 years. Is it like what's going on, man?
Yo, you a
They put him
man.
in a because they put him in a match on the spot. He wasn't in his gear.
Let me find out. JC stands for just catering.
JC Mateo is his new name.
I'm just catering, Mateo. They're about to make this dude look like a goof already.
They should be Omasa's name. Sorry, Ballet. I'd say it.
JC Mateo. Man, that's wild.
Yeah, they dead ass got Cobb looking like one of them bootleg securities off 106 in Park back in 2002. Man, what are we doing, man?
Yo, you
What?
stupid.
The fuck?
Oh man.
I watched Clash of the Champions, right? And it was a match between I think it was Chono and
Masahiro Chono
and the Great Muda. That was like during like the early 90s. And like they were up against Buff or Marcus Alexander Bagwell. And I forgot his I forgot his tag team partner's name. But it was a good match. I liked it. That was all like why did WCW keep Chono and Muda? They're like, oh yeah, because they were with New Japan at the time.
That shit was so damn
gonna win
random. This dude just came out of nowhere with this shit. Like, what did that just come from, my guy?
Yeah, ain't no way you can tell me that Solo is not lining Jacob up with Jeff Cobb right now. Like, how you bring in one of Jacob's biggest ops to be on your side and expect him to get along? Like, what?
How do you replace Jacob with Jeff Cobb, knowing that your spot in the bloodline is still going to be second fiddle to those two?
Nah, let's really be real. How is Tama Tonga getting replaced? That's the main story.
That's because Tama Tonga's hurt.
Still, all in all, like they didn't even mention like, yo, Tama Tonga, get well, brother. Nothing. Or get well, Oos.
Even still, Solo is still beneath Tommy. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Like this nigga, like y'all are lining Solo up with niggas that are better than him.
I think Tama Tonga should go to Raw. When he gets healthy, just go to Raw.
Like the only person that Solo is better than right now is Tonga Loa.
That's really
right.
That's why I keep pitching. That's why I keep pitching. Just send him to TNA because there's nobody in TNA like Solo. He'd stand out over there. He cooked down there. Let him get a run. Give him like a 6-7 month run. Like, because it's going to be better than whatever the fuck the main roster's got for him.
Might as well put him in AAA.
There's too many dudes now, because you just debuted Cobb. You already had Fatu. When Bronson Reed comes back, he's going to be better. You just brought in Miro. Like, there's already like 4 different dudes who do what you do, but better and more believable.
Yeah.
So it's like, just go to TNA.
Like, the only thing Solo, he's a good promo. That's one thing I could give him.
Right.
Real quick, I like the vignettes that WWE's doing with Miro. Like I said, can't call him Mr. anymore.
I just don't like the close up on his lips and all that. I don't know what that's all about. Like, why we gotta look at his lip?
Personally, I thought the God of War shit he was doing in AEW was a little bit better, but yeah.
Yeah.
No one would be like real quick, like no one would be a good stable in TNA or MLW or wherever they land. The Righteous and James Storm. Like that'd be a good little stable.
Damn, is James Storm even still wrestling?
Yeah, where is James?
He's doing a movie with Chris Van Vliet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what's up.
Oh, nice. So he's getting his acting on. Is he a good actor? I haven't seen his movie.
Doda.
I mean, he killed Mickey James pretty convincingly, so I'd say yeah.
Like, yeah, that person you see on LFG, that's Mickey James' spirit.
Right.
Like when
That's
I
why
saw
she
that
can't
live,
be
I was
there
like,
no
she
more.
dead.
Right. Like by the time season 2 come out, she's gonna be a figment of our imagination because Michelle McCool's gonna be on there now.
They need, if anything, y'all need to replace Bully Ray. That nigga is
Yo,
trash.
need to replace that whole fucking show. These motherfuckers give the worst advice ever. They're not
No,
good trainers.
I'm
Like I
not.
like
Yeah,
Taker a little bit
I'm
though.
not. I'm not
Taker's
even gonna
pretty good.
lie though. I'm not even gonna lie. You are right about that. This show is really like. How do you? You can't really make a reality show out of a scripted sport.
And the
Bully has
advice
always
they
been a
give
piece
them,
of shit.
the advice they give them is fucking stupid. I'm like, what
Bully
is
has always
this?
been a piece of shit. I've stood on that for years, and the thing about it is, most people didn't really notice it. Now more people are noticing it. Like you can find like an interview he did with him and Devon. It was one of
What
those
creative
you
ballet? Is
shoots.
it Triple A? What they don't got no creative is
you,
non-existent.
if you go on YouTube, you can find like one of those like old you shoots. It was him and Devon, and they were talking about the situation with the Public Enemy. Rest in peace to the Public Enemy. I always liked that name as a tag team, the Public
Of
Enemy. That was a great
course,
name.
yeah. Hell yeah.
But one of the things that they said, and that this was Bully himself, or as he was known back then, Bubba. He always said that, like, when you come into the locker room the first time, the most important thing to do is to introduce yourself. Apparently, the Public Enemy, they got heat because when they went to WCW and WWF, they basically just acted like they owned the place. They didn't introduce themselves to their tag teams. It was kind of more of the "you're gonna do what I say." Everybody knows about that infamous story where the acolyte beat the fuck out of them, or like at random heat taping or whatever, right? So Bubba talked about how like that's the most important rule is you got to show respect to the veterans. You got to introduce yourself. Then on that show that same man is talking about, one of the contestants did exactly that. He introduced himself, and then but Bully was like, "Oh, you don't need to know me because you may not win this. So therefore, I'm not going to waste my time getting to know you until I know you're worth my time." Like, what are you talking about, dude?
That is
Like
so extra fucked up.
you just said for years that we got to respect our veterans. The guy did exactly that, and you fucking gaslight him for it. Like
That's mega fucked up.
He's always been a piece of shit. I mentioned this too. This was last year when Swerve was the AEW champion, and they had Swerve on Busted Open. I know John likes Busted Open. I don't really give two shits about Busted Open because it's always just WWE, 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 whatever, blah blah blah. They had Swerve on fucking Busted Open. And then Swerve is advertising his match with Bryan Danielson for the AEW Championship, which of course is the biggest show AEW has to offer. And
Wait,
then
hold on,
Bully
wait,
referred to.
let's slow down real quick. Okay, these dudes they facing off right now. Drew McIntyre and the Bloodline, they facing off right now. What happened?
What?
Nothing. They just know each other.
Exactly.
What happened to you being a fucking Bloodline hunter?
Bro, I told you, brain aneurysms. They don't forgot how much Drew hates. And keep in mind, Solo is the very guy who caused Drew's PTSD in the
Didn't
first place.
Drew? Didn't
Yes!
Drew say? Didn't
It
Drew
was
say
fucking
I'll come
Solo.
back?
It was Solo the one that cost him at Clash at the Castle.
Didn't Drew say I'll come back for you later?
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
how?
whip your ass.
Yes.
Don't worry about it.
But what is later though? Like my nigga, you went after
No.
literally.
Like I'm saying that to add on to your point. That's what I'm saying.
But my thing is, when is later? Like my dude, you went after everybody else except for the motherfucker that's actually responsible. Like
Solo man bun.
you went after Sammy, you went after Jimmy, you went after Jay, you went after Roman in the Rumble, but you let Solo breathe.
You went
Like,
after all those people twice.
exactly, and you left Solo alone, and you're on the same show as this nigga. Like, oh my god, man! Like,
So much for being a Bloodline hunter.
like Solo is the main cause of your PTSD, and you're going after everybody else but him.
Same goes for Frankie Kazarian being the elite hunter. They killed that immediately.
Like as soon as you want to be a hunter or something, yeah, let's pack you up early. You ain't hunting shit. Go home.
At least Swerve is at least more convincing as a Young Bucks hunter. At
Andrew,
least he's committed. At least he's committed.
Right. You see them running from that black man? Run from that black man. Run. Making my
I
dude
also thought
Swerve
it
look
was really
so
cool.
dominant in that damn cage.
I also thought it was really cool that Dynamite ended with guys like Omega and Joe and Hobbs. It's like a lot of talent and stuff, but they all looked at Swerve like Swerve's the leader.
Yeah,
that
like
really
he's a
says a lot.
chosen one. Yes.
Right.
That's a
I
lot,
think that really, because a lot of fucking dumbasses like to say, "Oh, Swerve is falling off." Like, nah, B. Like they looked at when you're in the ring with Kenny and Joe, but Swerve's the leader. Like, I think that's mission accomplished, my dude.
if
Like this guy's the main eventer.
Swerve doesn't turn heel the second Ospreay wins the title and starts fucking him up, I've lost all hope.
man. Even if he doesn't, Swerve is already a made man. He's already established as a franchise.
No, but Swerve should kill Ospreay because Ospreay did it before he did, or like Swerve got the title before.
Swerve already beat
Swerve,
Ospreay.
It's funny
Swerve-
because he could be either or. He could be a face or a heel.
And plus, Swerve already beat Ospreay. So if anything, Ospreay should be angry at him.
No, but what I'm saying is that like Ospreay should be, or not Ospreay, but Swerve should be hunting Ospreay because he did something that Swerve couldn't do, which is win the title. Kind of like
Swerve did win the title though.
No. What I mean is take it away from Moxley. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. They could do something like that,
Maybe.
Like this dude could be like, "Yo, I'm the one that took out the Death Riders. You failed at taking out the Death Riders, but I'm the one that took them out."
Yeah, but I'm the one that beat you. You still have to prove something to me.
Yeah, exactly. Like that would be a perfect storyline, like right away. But
again,
you see how fast we did that? See how fast you did that shit? There's only 4 of us here, real quick. These motherfuckers be having like 20, 30 motherfuckers in one room.
Having hour-long meetings.
Bro, I fed them a better WrestleMania ending for that John Cena Cody match last episode.
Yeah, man, this is not a good debut, man. I'm sorry to interrupt y'all. This is not a good debut. Like if you're trying to get Hobbs over, I said Hobbs. Cobb. If you're trying to get Cobb over,
Cobbs.
Right. If you're trying to get Cobb over, Cobb should not be in here having a competitive 10 to 15 minute match of night, man. If you're trying to introduce this dude as a monster, he should be killing people in 5 minutes or less.
They shouldn't even be in the match in the first place.
He shouldn't even be fighting LA Knight, period, bro.
Like if Jeff Cobb was gonna have a match tonight, he should have just been squashing a jobber real quick.
Right.
To be fair, I haven't seen a death in some years now, and my trigger finger is getting itchy right now. I want to see somebody die.
Yeah, when you got the wrong guy to die, man. Like he shouldn't even be fighting LA Knight tonight.
Yeah.
Man, this is what I'm talking about right here.
This is why jobbers are important. Like,
right.
This is why jobbers are so important when it comes to matches like that. You're not supposed to have him going up against one of your top stars, because none of them can lose.
Right here. Yeah, like the match is fine. Like it's not a bad match, and obviously we know who Cobb is, and we know what
JC Hobbs.
But if you're a casual person and you've never seen Cobb before, like there isn't anything in this to make you go, "Oh wow, this guy's a killer." Like, whatever, man.
No, I completely agree.
Like, for instance, when Mankind debuted, he debuted against Sparky Pug Holly. Again, that made sense. Holly deserves to die.
Right, Sparky can afford being killed. Nobody cared about Spark Club Bob Holly.
and there it is. Winds of Tide 1, 2, 3.
Say what?
LA Knight lost.
Yep.
Of course.
Yeah, due to a distraction. Yeah.
What are they doing with LA Knight? That's another one. What are we doing here with LA Knight, B?
Remember, they never had a plan for him to begin with, bro. Remember when he was getting like the loudest pops, but he was losing every match? Like
Yeah.
they never had a plan for him.
Remember, they fed him to
begrudgingly-
Roman. Once they fed him to Roman
Right.
so fast, which didn't make any sense, they fed him to him in what, Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, it's one of those Saudi shows.
Like, come on, B. Like, he was super duper over. Don't get me wrong, but he was not ready for the tribal chief.
Yeah.
It would have been worse. Like, it would have been worse if they would have fed him. Like, they would have
I
fed him.
already have my idea.
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say I already have my idea for Knight. I would get him off SmackDown. I would get him on Raw. I would have him win Money in the Bank, and I would have him cash in on a below
Jey Uso.
I think LA. Yeah,
I think
LA
I will
Knight-
have him cash in. I just want to do like I hear you with that idea, but I will have him cash in on Jey Uso and turn heel.
Yeah. I think Knight has done everything he can. Well, let me rephrase that. I think he's gone as far as he can go as a face. If he wants to actually be like a world champion or like go further up the card, I think he's got to be a heel. He's always been a better heel anyway. The fans just started cheering him, and the company just went with it. I would get him off SmackDown, get him on Raw, turn him heel, and I would have him cash in, whether it's Jay or whatever. Whoever he cashes in on, it needs to be like a baby face that people actually like. That's how you turn it around for LA Knight.
No. To me, the perfect cash in, if Knight wins it, is that he should cash in on Cody at SummerSlam.
Cody.
Yeah,
that would make him. That would make him the WWE champion. You think he's ready?
Yeah,
for
Cody
that?
beats Cena, Knight beats Cody.
If anything, bro, I would have had Knight in the Money in the Bank qualifier tonight instead of having him fight Cobb. Jesus.
Was he in the
Ballet got a good point. Look, Ballet got a good point right here. Ballet said LA Knight is the new Cody Rhodes. He stayed mixed up with the bloodline.
True.
Right. That's another reason why I would get him off SmackDown, get him on Raw. Yeah.
What, so he can be in the Bloodline vortex? not Bloodline.
He's already there. He's already
no, wrong way. Judgment Day vortex. There you go.
I'm kind of with Toph though. Why the hell is the Judgment Day still a thing?
That's what I mean. Triple H doesn't know how to end things. He doesn't. Like, it's run its course. Like, good job. It's the one faction you did. That was right. But it ran its course. Like, Liv Morgan's the top star now. Dom's the top star. Like, Priest and Rhea, they've moved on. Like, that's it. It's
Finn's
over.
still eating pins.
Break it up. Move on.
Finn's still eating pins.
Right.
Okay, everything's good.
And I'm confused, too. I'm confused because you would think what makes it so frustrating is the whole point of Evolution, the group that, people are going to, associate DX with Triple H. But to me, that was never his group. That was Sean's group. He just joined. Evolution was his group. The whole point of Evolution was to get Randy and Batista ready. And once they were ready, the group ended, as it should have been. Like, that's the point of a faction. You want to get everybody in the group over. Once everyone in the group is over, there's no reason to keep it going. Okay, the Judgment Day has played its course. Rhea's over. Well, the jury's still out on Priest. He was over, and now he's just kind of there. Whatever. Liv is over. Dom is over. And Carlito's just there for comic relief. Like, fine, whatever. Like, just break up the group. Have Balor and JD continue to be a tag team. Let Liv do her own thing. Let Dom do his own. He doesn't need him anymore. He's over. Like,
he don't.
Why is the group still a thing?
You really?
I hate.
I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 second.
I hate Vince, but Vince was good at ending shit.
Yeah.
Factions, surprisingly,
anyway. Yeah. Let Seth's group. I know it doesn't have a name yet. Let that be the new faction. I don't think they've given it a name. I'm sure they're going to add more people. Let that be the new faction and just fucking end this Judgment Day bullshit. Nobody cares.
I'll be done if it's Sammy. If Sammy's the next guy, I'll be fucking done.
They keep people online seem to think it's Sammy, but I don't know.
Well, they can try. I don't think Sammy really works as a heel. I think he's too good. He's too
It should
funny.
have been
He's too funny.
Move Drew to Raw and let Drew be the guy.
Drew ran its course on Raw. Honestly, that's why he's on SmackDown. But
Oh, but I
Because
want Drew to
Punk is
kill
there.
fuckers. I want somebody.
Yeah, it's because Punk is still there. You would have to draft Punk to SmackDown, but they're not going to do that because Punk is now in the story with, Rollins' new group. Yeah, so he's got to stay
Let's
on
put
Raw.
Drew there. I like Drew.
also, we still don't know where they're gonna go with this story. If they're gonna add a new member, they keep on. There's reports saying that Punk is gonna fight Cena somewhere down the line, but
Oh, Punk, that'll be
Probably at
even
Money in the
worse.
Bank. Probably. I think if anybody can bring a decent match out of Cena, it's Punk at this point.
Yeah, true.
honestly, once I saw their exchange, once I saw how they were scrapping at Elimination Chamber, I thought, you know what? Maybe one more match between these two might be interesting.
I'm done with Cena.
I ain't gonna lie though, this heel turn is really not hitting like it should.
Told you
Nope,
it's gonna fucking
it's not.
suck.
He's not.
It's really not, and I'm
The way he
giving
talks,
it a chance.
I watched the segment the other day. I showed it to my mom because my mom, she heard about the Cena heel turn. She knows who John Cena is. She hasn't seen him in years, but she remembers because I took her to WrestleMania 27, and there was a guy there that had a Cena die shirt, which made my mom laugh. So when she heard that Cena turned heel, she was like, "Oh, they finally made him a bad guy," and I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "Can you show me one of his segments?" And then I showed her the segment that Cena had with Orton. Where
And then she
where
said
Cena
the
was
fuck.
like, yeah, where Cena was like, "Oh, the reason why I don't have kids is because I've been raising you guys." So she watched it, and I told her like, "What do you think?" Or I asked her, "What do you think?" And she told me the segment came off like a Mad TV segment, and I'm like, "Oh my god, you're absolutely right. It does. It's so forced. It's so like when Cena does it, like it's almost like he's trying not to corpse. It's like he's trying not to laugh as he's talking. He's not. He's not being authentic when he cuts the heel promo. He's cutting the promo like he's a parody of himself almost, It's not genuine. It's so forced. It's not authentic. It's not organic. Just something about it is just it doesn't work.
The
It's not working.
problem is they waited too long to turn it, and
I'm
now that
telling you,
he's on his way out the door, like
if Cena would have came out and said, "I was selling out arenas when you motherfuckers were getting COVID," I guarantee you, he would not be getting cheered.
Yeah.
oh my god, Shinsuke Nakamura still has a job.
What?
Of course he does.
Yeah, yo. I figured that shit out from because we was doing a live when I was streaming Grand Theft, and I think King Leo and Ballet said that he had quit, but come to figure out he didn't.
No, he didn't quit. Mm-mm.
But still is shocking to
Nakamura's
me is that Omar still has a job.
Look,
You spelled
Nakamura.
whack wrong, Ballet. You spelled whack
Look,
wrong.
Nakamura just wants to go to the beach and get paid. Like that's it. If he's not complaining, I'm not complaining. He stopped caring a long time ago. So
Just like sitting softball season.
It's like, yo, does it really mean a lot to win a match? It should. Like, just win some matches. I don't get how people can still take certain wrestlers serious and they constantly lose. I get you can't win every single match. I get that shit. But when it comes to you always losing the big matches, how can I take you serious?
Well, they just booked Nakamura in a big match next week.
Of course they did. Why not?
Money in the Bank.
He's in a Money in the Bank qualifier against LA Knight and Aleister Black.
What?
when you get to that point, Sandman, where you've lost too many times, like we all know this, man. Like none of us are stupid. When you're at that point, there's only two ways out. You fucking leave, you go elsewhere, and we know he's not going to do that. And the only other option is you have to reinvent yourself to a point where you're just a brand new character. And to his credit, he did that, but he still lost. So
Did he do it twice?
Wait, hold on. Wait. You said LA Knight is in a qualifying match, TKO?
It was Shinsuke and Aleister Black.
I know where you're going with this.
Didn't this dude just lose? He literally just lost. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah.
And that's not all. They also gave Julia a qualifying match against Zelina and Charlotte.
What?
Hey, but
and
you know
she
what?
just lost on Monday.
Hey, but you know what? LA Knight is in the match, which means they could potentially steal our idea because I know you guys fucking steal our ideas.
Even
they
if
need to start stealing more ideas. The main idea they need to steal is stop rewarding losers. Please.
Well, on the bright side, they're not rewarding losers because Fraxium is getting a tag title shot next week too.
All right.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, when it comes to them, yeah. Everybody else, they get rewarded from losing. I literally just said the motherfuckers that lost, they're getting opportunities. And
this is my first time. This is my first time also speaking about this chick because I've never mentioned her name before ever. Y'all just mentioned Julia. Like I know who she is. From what I'm hearing,
I know she is too. She just lost on Monday.
Right. I'm glad you mentioned that. Like I'm familiar with her catalog. I know who she is. I've seen her stuff. But from what I heard, specifically about her NXT run, and from what I'm seeing so far, like whatever aura she had on the indies is totally gone. I saw her on Raw come out. She just looked like a warm body. She's just another person. So yes, anyone can go to WWE. Anybody can go there, but there's like a really good chance that your aura is just gonna be fucking gone. Like I just saw the little thing, the little package where it shows Zelina Vega, Charlotte, and Julia. And I don't know if it was the camera angle, but just I barely even recognized that was her. I thought that was like Candice LeRae for a second. I'm like, no, that's not Candice. That's like who's that? Oh, it's Julia. Like, what happened? Like WWE is weird like that. It has this thing where it takes away whatever aura you have. I don't know, man.
A quick breaking news: the Knicks are off to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, congrats to them.
Oh, nice.
To face the Indiana Pacers.
Oh God! They bring back that rivalry. Oh my God! The Knicks and the fucking Pacers. The nightmares I had with those fucking. Oh man!
That you had worse nightmares against the Bulls.
I think it was more Reggie Miller, more than anything.
More than Jordan?
No, when it came to the Pacers.
Actually, Jordan used to say whenever he knew he was facing the Pistons, he could never sleep. The long hotel nights. He knew what was up.
Let me find. I'm gonna have to come out there, yo. I'm gonna have to come out there and to the Bronx, B. Let me find out. These motherfuckers might win the championship. I might have to come out there this summer. I don't know.
I remember every single week the Knicks will face the Pacers. There would be a fight. Either.
Oh yeah.
When was the last time the Knicks won?
60s and 60s.
Yeah.
That long?
You talking about the Eastern Conference? Or
no, I mean
whole
like
thing?
like the whole thing.
Yeah, 60s.
Yeah, the 60s.
67.
It's been that long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil Jackson is still a player.
The closest we got to winning the whole thing, that was like what, 97?
94.
I think? 94, yeah, around that time.
I didn't
That's
know
when
that.
we had the Charles Freewell. We was in the finals.
Oh.
No, that was that was 97, 98, but
that was yeah. That's
but you met Tim Duncan. You met Tim Duncan in those finals.
I didn't know. I assumed they must have won like one in the 80s or something. I didn't know it'd been that long.
Negative. Nope.
Now they met Tim Duncan in those finals.
80s. Then we had Rod Strickland around that time, right?
In the
around like in
80s?
the 80s, around 80s, early 90s. We had Rod
Rod
Strickland.
Strickland, Mark Jackson was part of those teams.
So Patrick Ewing never got a ring then.
No, he didn't.
No, he
Thanks
didn't.
to Jordan. Thanks to Jordan, Reggie, and Hakeem, he didn't get a ring.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I think a lot of guys would have got a ring if Jordan didn't exist, but Jordan was another animal, so he was built different.
Yeah.
I remember during the Last Dance, he went to Steve Kerr and said, "You got to make this shot." I was like, "Yeah, because he'll kill you if you don't."
And like I said before, I'm just not impressed. Like, I've been on a long journey when it comes to the Knicks. They like when it comes to me, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it'll be awesome if they win this year, of course, but I won't be impressed. Y'all gotta do 2 in a row.
That's not gonna happen though.
I mean, anything's possible. The Braves got one a couple of years ago.
Look at the Chiefs. Remember the Chiefs? The Chiefs, they you know what I mean? They just now started winning. You know what I mean? Like from before, what's the last time the Chiefs won the Super Bowl?
60s? Yeah, 60s. 69, I believe.
And they won like what?
Oh.
No, yeah, 69, yeah, 69.
And they won what? They 3. Yeah. Did they won back to back between those 3? I'm not too sure.
They went back to back recently.
Yeah. They just lost.
The win.
Yeah, they just lost this year.
Then when 69, when the Packers won 2, they won the next one. Or was it? No. The Jets won the next one, and then they beat Minnesota. That's what happened, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. But congrats to the Knicks, B.
I'm telling you, you're gonna see Latrell Sprewell when he's not sucking the nuts of James Dolan.
He's just sucking nuts.
Hey yo, shout outs to Nia Jax for the GTA thing. That's pretty cool.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, speaking of gaming, I'm about to go live with the streaming when it comes to the Capcom Fighting Collection, B. Yo, King Leo, where you at, King Leo? Like, don't duck the smoke now. It's almost that time for the main event, the real main event.
He's doing the SmackDown stream.
That's right. Shots go out to King Leo.
No, but like, know what I did? Know what I did on No Mercy? I did a WCW faction.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had Goldberg. I had Goldberg, DDP, Kevin Nash, and Scott Hall.
Okay.
Like I put them. Huh?
That does sound interesting.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like I had Kevin Nash win the World Heavyweight title. I had DDP and Scott Hall win the tag titles. I had Goldberg win the IC title.
When I think of Goldberg, I always think about that one time on Nitro, where the
limo window.
No, well that was dumb too. He had a moment like where the racism slipped out. It was when Booker T was champion, and Booker had to wrestle Goldberg, and Goldberg didn't talk that much, and he took the microphone, and when he found out he was wrestling Booker, he said, "I only got one thing to say: you're next, boy." But he said "boy" like
what?
Yeah. He said that. He said, "You're next, boy." Then, like after he put the microphone, he had that look on his face, like "fuck," like he knew.
Like I remember when like it was during a Raw, and the Nation was in the ring. I think on the ramp was the Hart Foundation, and like Shawn Michaels was on Titantron. And he said, He said, "Yo, Farouk." He said, "I heard what Bret Hart said about you guys." He said, "Keep these stupid out of the WWE." And like you can see Farouk's facial expression change. Like, I'm about to whoop their ass.
Yeah, y'all see these dudes ended up taking a pic together. Like they cool. Ahmed Johnson and Farouk.
Yeah,
and like
you
can see Pillman's life flash before his eyes, literally. Like
yeah,
he fucking ran.
Ron's chilled out now. Ron's chilled out now, but he was really intense back then.
Who? Oh, Brian.
Ron.
Yeah, Pillman.
Yeah, no, Farouk. You said.
Oh, Farouk. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Ron Simmons.
Oh yeah.
We already said, but I was just you just reminded me of that pic that Ahmed Johnson had posted with him and Ron Simmons.
And I always tell Ahmed, like, even though you're a fucking idiot, dude, you're for better or worse, you're the first ever Black Intercontinental Champion. So if you just shut your mouth, do charity events,
that would never change.
All that, eventually you'll be brought in for a Hall of Fame induction. But like, you keep fucking talking shit. Because I know Triple H doesn't like him because he threatened Triple H. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, he threatened. Yeah,
I'm trying to say a lot of stupid shit. Like, remember I said this one thing before we even go into it with you already know the type of time he be on, but I'll say this: he did shut off the pounds. He shut off a lot of pounds. Like, congrats to him when it comes to that, because from before he looked like a whole house.
That was a fat boy.
Right. As a matter of fact, that's the reason why Ahmed spoke out recently, because Triple H buried him when he was on Logan Paul's podcast.
Yeah,
buried him. Yeah, because he talked. I think I don't know the context. I think the question was, when was the first time you ever argued with Vince? Like, when was you ever argued with him? Whatever. I think that was the context. And then Triple H mentioned how when he was coming up, he had a match against someone that was no good. And it was very frustrating because he was told, we need for you to make this guy look good. But in the words of Triple H, it was hard to do that because he had 2 left feet.
No, he mentioned them and all that.
He did mention.
And they showed his pick and everything. They exposed him.
Yeah. Logan or someone asked him, who were you talking about? And then Triple H said, it was Ahmed Johnson. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming this had to have been like 95, because that was when Ahmed got the really big push. And Triple H was like, he was Hunter Hearst Helmsley then. That was before China, even before Sable. Like, he was a nobody back then. He was like a guy that was never on Raw. He was like on Superstars. That's where he was at. So I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. And then in the words of Triple H like went through the curtain. They had a bad match, and Triple H was pissed, and he was throwing shit around. And Vince was like, "What's wrong with you?" And Triple H was like, "You're putting me in a situation where I can't fucking succeed. Stop doing that." And Vince was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Hunter. I won't do it again."
But that was cap. You already know that's so bullshit. Since when Triple H had that type of heart? I'm listening to this shit. I'm like, Triple H, knock it off.
That was That was Triple H. That was Triple H pre-curtain call.
Exactly, my nigga. Pre-curtain call. You were being jobbed out every week because of that shit. Man, you didn't have no say in nothing back then.
Right.
I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Bro, you ain't get no say. You didn't get no say in WWE until after Sean retired, or after Sean was on the shelf.
I know as early as late '97, he was in creative meetings because the screw job was his idea, allegedly. But
that was according to Brent, right? That was according to Hitman.
No, he was. No, Sean confirmed it too in his book.
Okay.
Triple H was there. It was Sean, Triple H, and Vince in a hotel room, and they had Patterson and Briscoe on the fucking like a speaker, and they were just trying to figure out what the finish was. And as the story goes,
hold on, hit that thumbs up, y'all. Hit that thumbs up before you finish that story. Yo, hey,
okay,
you're not gonna do that, y'all. Yo, hit that thumbs up, y'all. Please, come on now. Remember, we also going live after this when it comes to the streaming of the Capcom Fighting Collection. Like this is not acceptable. We know damn well early.
hacksaw that like button.
Hell yeah. Ho!
Oh,
Like, don't even do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get them likes up, big. We normally do way better than this at this time. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that. We want to smoke episode 99. Yeah, I've been lost count, right? yo, what tell King Leo pull up, be like, yo. Let them know, be like, it's almost that time, be.
The Capcom Fighting Collection, does that have Capcom versus SNK?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was my shit back then.
Yeah.
That's like one of the few fighting games I actually know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
mine
they
was
got that. They got Power
mine-
Stone.
Oh, Power Stone was my shit too. Back
They
when
got both of them.
Back when Sega Dreamcast was the shit, bro.
I might have to check that on PS5. Let me go ahead and put that.
It
on
only
my
costs
wish
like
list right quick.
$40.
Oh, nice. Yeah, all right then. I definitely gotta. Yeah, I gotta get the money. I can definitely get that.
like the best, like one of the best side-scrolling games I probably ever played was Streets of Rage. That game kicked so much ass.
Hell yeah. You ever played the latest one, right? The one for the PS5?
No, I haven't. What? Really?
The Streets of Rage 4.
Huh. Okay.
Oh, I heard of that.
That shit is fun too.
Yeah, I think the new Doom dropped recently too.
Yeah, I think it's what Doom Eternal, I think it's called.
Yeah. Like I heard about that.
But that shit costs like $100.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to get that.
He said, I ain't trying to get that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a Doom guy. Yeah, I'm not a Doom guy, but I know Doom fans they've been hella hungry for a long time. So I'm happy they get to eat something.
I think the reason why like Doom stopped was because like dudes were modding levels. I think one of them modded the Columbine classroom.
Oh god.
Oh wow,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
crazy.
Yeah.
But is it on? I didn't know it was on PC already. It's on PC already. That's the only way you can really do mods if it's on PC.
No, like that was in like the 90s.
Oh, the other dude. I'm talking about the recent one.
No, not the recent one, but the like the one in the 90s. Like they modded.
Yeah. They mod that shit mad times. Shit, they used to.
As a matter of fact, I think because one of the shooters, I forgot the kid's name, but I know one of the shooters he had like a Doom mod like on his PC when the FBI, when the FBI investigated his house. So apparently he was a big Doom player, and I remember that's
like that kid.
That
kid modded Columbine High School. Yeah.
Yo, like y'all know about the Angry Video Game Nerd?
Oh yeah.
He's funny. I love that guy. Yeah.
He did a video about Doom. He had spoke about all the different Dooms that they have, like all the variations, the different consoles. Right. Like he was like, it was you play Doom on a calculator. You could play Doom at the gas pump.
I remember that.
Yeah, he went into super duper deep in Intel.
Mm-hmm.
Like the graphical calculators had Doom in it, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like you play Doom on like everything.
Yeah, I remember like not so good times, but after that initial Columbine shooting, that was when the media really like went heavy on blaming games like Doom and GTA and stuff
Mortal
Kombat.
Right, just really dumb. Like all that has got nothing to do with any real life tragedies and stuff. But
they're still doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
I would say there are some kids out there that be on that type of time, but not the majority. Because it's like if that kid don't know the difference from reality, then I don't know what to tell you. Like like that's crazy.
I think what blows me away. I think what blows me away, like not much in life makes me feel old, but there's this one dude I know at my job, and he's got this app that he downloaded from like the PlayStation store, and he was like, "Yo, you know about this app?" I'm like, "No, what is it?" And it's like this app where if you got a PS4 or a PS5, and I think even a PS Vita, it lets you know when someone is logging onto your account. So the long story short of it is, he's got an underage son. His son is like, I think, 13. And so if his son plays a game that's like MA, he gets notified on his phone so he knows what his son is playing. And I'm like,
That's
wow.
fucked up.
Like, that's right. So then, like, he told me if you turn on your PlayStation and you go into settings, there's actually like a parental like setting where you can lock, like, and I'm like, I can't believe they do all this
the
shit.
parental locking.
Right. Yeah. So I don't have any kids and all that, and I don't play these kind of games anyway. So all this shit is new to me. So I was like, wow, is it really that serious? And so he's explaining to me, he was like, hell yeah, it's that serious. And so he's telling me, like, you know, how like so many games today have like voice chats and stuff. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. See, I would never think about that because I mostly play like single player games. So I would never even have thought about voice chats. And just the other week, we were talking about the DJ Academics dude, you know, playing Fortnite with that one kid, you know, and remember that inappropriate shit. So
and that's
once
why
he
they
broke it
have.
down to me, like,
That's why they have certain shit in play when it comes to that, because you got dudes like Whackademics.
Right.
Like I'm telling you, the worst community of all time is the NBA 2K community. That is just, I never heard the N-word said so many fucking times in my life.
Jeez.
Dudes is hella weird with it. But you already know what time it is, B. You gotta cue it up real quick. Let me know when you're ready, Toph.
I'm ready now.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick in the highly super duper highly expensive Counciltron right here.
$12.5 billion.
I'm telling you. Hey, go to bum out of the week. Let's get to it there.
Oh shit! Oh, I remember that. That's Shawn Michaels crashing and burning like that.
Like, is that?
That's Shawn Michaels. No, that's Shawn Michaels going after Jericho.
No, the person on the ropes.
Oh, that's Lance Cade.
Oh, okay.
Remember that?
How the fuck did he? How?
One more time.
He almost did the spin of Rudy.
Dude landed on the crown of his face. Look at that.
And almost did the spin of Rudy.
Oh my god. That's crazy. Shawn ended up injuring himself on that move too. That's the crazy part.
Call the ambulance. Come and pick up your payball. You didn't have that queued up though, Toph.
I changed it up this week.
I gotta go back and listen to that shit because I ain't hear it. Yeah, I'll be posting the bogus behavior like every Thursday. Every Thursday,
oh,
be look out for bogus behavior. That's my new segment.
What happened? What happened to Kia?
I don't know. I'm just watching Tiffany and Nia. I thought it was over.
That's the main event?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is for the championship.
Oh, wow. That's got to be it. Oh, okay. No, that's not it. That was a really good near fall.
Yeah, I thought that was the end for a second. I really thought that looked like it should have been over right there.
Ballet enjoying the show too.
That's one of the best near
I'm
falls
so far
I've seen.
behind. I'm still with in the match between these dudes. Just catering and LA Knight.
Shit. Is Nia bleeding?
What?
Where?
Nia Nia Jax is busted open, and she lost, and Tiffany wins.
BME.
Damn, Nia Jax has been bleeding a lot since she's been bad.
Oh, I see. Oh, wow. Wow, she got busted open hard way. I just saw it. Wow.
Nia's finally a good wrestler.
Yeah, I give Nia Jax a lot of. It's crazy how we
Yeah, she
how we
improved.
giving Nia Jax a lot of.
It was
praise.
Vince, man. I'm telling you, it was Vince. It was Vince. She was the first person. She was the first person that alluded to it. Like, she got released. Nobody cared. Somebody asked her on Twitter, would you ever come back to WWE? And she said, not as long as it's run by perverts. And I was like, that's a
I remember
random
that.
thing to say. Like, what? And then, like, the very next year, you started hearing these allegations about Vince, and they got progressively worse. Then he was gone. Then Triple H brought her back. Everybody was like, oh, God, because her first run was so bad. And it's like, all right, let's see where it goes. And her matches were better. And it wasn't like she went to TNA or AEW or worked indie. Like, she was gone. So it's like, okay, either she was always that good and Vince told her to wrestle a certain way, or something else. And I'm thinking it was Vince. I'm thinking
Like
Vince wanted her.
to be fair, like what I've been hearing is that Natty and Tyson Kidd are great trainers.
That could
Oh,
be the
they-
case too.
And I
It
was
could
also
be.
thinking, did you guys see her in NXT? Because I didn't. I didn't see her wrestling in NXT. How was she in NXT?
She sucked.
She was all right. I mean, she wasn't
She was
bad.
all right. She was all right, but she wasn't like how she is now.
Yeah. I think there's probably some truth to the Natalia TJ thing. I think it was Vince because Vince wanted people to wrestle certain ways. Like, remember when, like, we didn't get too much of it. Remember when Keith Lee got called up and they were doing that Wildcat bullshit? Remember that?
Yeah, Bearcat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And like when because Keith Lee on the main roster, and I know he was having his own health issues, but Keith Lee on the main roster was not wrestling like Keith Lee on NXT. He wasn't doing any of the high flying shit because Vince wanted him to wrestle like a generic big guy.
Like a lot of people have improved since their comebacks. I mean, Naomi improved mostly because of TNA, but again, Natty and TJ are great trainers.
Right. That was a good
And
match,
he's,
though.
he's also a good booker too. A lot of people don't like to give this dude Tyson Kidd his props when it comes to booking. It's been a few times he booked some real good matches.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
He's one
thinking,
of the he's one of the unsung heroes. I always will give this guy shout outs. JB, Jeremy Borash from TNA. He's always been really good at producing that segment.
Yeah, he's very good. He's very good at those vignettes. You can tell which ones are Jimmy Borash vignettes and which ones aren't.
That segment they did before the hurricane came and screwed me over, the one with Cody and Roman meeting on that football field. That was JB.
Oh, Georgia Tech, that was a good one.
Yeah, and then he also did that those girls that just got released, the tag team, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Remember when they won the tag titles and they were like celebrating like at a club or something? It was different, right? Like the minute I saw that segment, I'm like, that's JB, because that's the kind of segment the Beautiful People would have did in like 2008 or 2009, like before Hogan and Bischoff fucked up TNA. So I recognized that was Bischoff immediately.
Borash would do wonders. Borash would do wonders at AAA. If he's the head booker there, he will do wonders there.
And have Dario Cueto put Dario Cueto in AAA. Be fuck it.
And I've said before, that's really what AEW is missing. They need more of that segments and vignettes and shit. That's how you build an audience. Stuff like that. The wrestling's good. Stories are good. More vignettes. Like the shit they did with Bandito. That was a very innovative return. You know, like the little Western vignette, you know, like he was like an outlaw, had a bounty on him. That was cool. It was different. Do stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're going to find out extremely quickly on Saturday, we're gonna find out which wrestlers WWE favor, because I think there's a pay-per-view. There's a
King
pay-per-view
Leo.
on Saturday.
Want to pull up King Leo?
And
Pull
guess
up real
who's-
quick, B.
There's a pay-per-view on Saturday, and guess whose title is on the line? Alberto the
really?
Dipshit's title on the line.
Who you going against?
What's the pay-per-view?
Vikingo.
No,
He's
no.
fighting
Yeah,
what's the
Vikingo
pay-per-view?
won. You know Vikingo won.
No, what's the pay-per-view?
No.
What's the name?
Hold on. Let me get the exact name.
Okay.
Like, it don't even matter. Once Vikingo's #1 contender, they putting the belt on Vikingo because they're not fucking with Alberto Del Rio.
Right, that's
No,
why
but-
people were
but
freaking
they
out. People were
already
freaking
did.
out about that. Yeah, people were freaking out. They bought out Del Rio's contract because he's literally the champion of the company. They have no choice.
King Leo, what it do though?
What it
Yeah,
do?
they.
What it do? What's going
Yeah,
on?
I didn't get to mention this earlier, but the pop that Alexa Bliss has been getting is ridiculous.
Yeah.
I've never been a Bliss fan, but good for her.
And you know what it is with her? She stands out right now. She doesn't look like any of the other female wrestlers.
Well, they have no choice now.
What's good, Cutler?
She said she got to run that fade back with Charlotte over what she did to Lily.
And I'm just saying, Alexa getting pregnant really saved her. I guarantee you Vince was going to handle that.
But yeah, King Leo, I'm about to fucking throw on the game in a little bit. You ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready, man. I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm loading up my my PlayStation right now. I'm ready, you know what I'm saying? I've been looking forward to some Capcom, bro. So
Anybody that want that smoke,
uh-oh.
I'm here for it.
Who else picked it up?
I don't know. I know you did. You just telling us right now, but hey, look. Anybody else? Anybody listening? All that shit. Same name here and everywhere. I want that smoke right now.
Like it is AAA Triple Mania Regia. I think it's what it's called. It's in June.
Okay, I'll check it out.
June 17th.
Damn, so they running that shit right after Worlds Collide, like 10 days later?
Yeah, 10 days later, yeah.
Yeah,
I think like that's the pay-per-view with
PLEs going on. That'd be the thing. Because next week, don't they got all this shit going on next week? You got Battleground and all this other extra shit next week.
I think isn't Double or Nothing next week? I think it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and NXT, you got NXT Battleground. You got a special event for NXT before Battleground.
You got Saturday night's main event.
Saturday night's main event. Jesus Christ.
They're going to do it again in July, all in weekend.
Yeah, we was talking about that last week because the initial report said that they were going to do the Evolution 2 the same weekend as All In. And I said, that's really petty.
If they're doing that, if they're going to do that, then they're stupid as hell. The women are going to flop. For real.
Right. And we had some guy, I forgot the guy's name, some guy pulled up saying, oh, Rhea Ripley has more star power in AEW. And I'm like, bro, it doesn't matter.
Are you sure about that?
It's going to be
right.
Yeah, remember that? Yeah, some dude that pulled up and said, oh, Rhea Ripley basically is going to have more star power than AEW because, Evolution 2. Yeah, Evolution 2. And what was it? All In? Was it All In or was it Double or Nothing? No, it's All In.
All
yeah.
In.
It's supposed to be it's supposed to be during the same night. And I'm like, come on, let's really be real, my dude. Knock it off.
Right.
If they do it on
the guy,
you think Rhea Ripley is more over than AEW as a whole? You tripping?
Right.
If they do it Saturday morning, then no harm, no foul.
Yeah. Well, the report is that it's going to be Saturday, like afternoon. So it would then be going into the pay-per-view because
Okay, no harm,
All
no
In
foul
is
then.
supposed to have this. No, both shows will still be on at the same time. All In is going to be,
Oh.
it's going to be a 3:00 start or a 4:00 start. I think it's a 3:00 start. And the pay-per-view, if the report's true, it would be like a 6:00 time start. So both shows would actively be in progress at the same time.
So it will be towards the end of
Right.
All In, will be the beginning
Right.
of
I don't know who
okay.
that guy was because I was telling him, I said, look, even if Rhea Ripley's a star, like you don't understand, bro. The only reason, like, don't get it twisted. Like, no one's doubting WWE's brand power and shit. But the only reason, okay, only reason Evolution even happened was because they had Ronda Rousey. She was the cream of the crop. She was the cherry on top of the cake. You take away Ronda Rousey, that show never happens. And Mickie James said it herself. They didn't want to do it because, in their own words, y'all don't draw money. So,
Right.
yeah.
He said, yeah.
There's a lot of rumors that Ronda's coming back that night.
Y'all need to just take that first Evolution pay-per-view as a win and move on. It wasn't that good, but still take it as a win.
I mean,
Like then,
with AAA,
then there's a rumor.
NXT,
Oh, go
That's
ahead.
what we're about to do. We about to get up out of here. We about to fire up this motherfucking Capcom shit, and we could continue on the conversation on that gameplay too, B. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, next week we're gonna do what we always do, B. Tuesday and Friday. We're gonna pull up 9 p.m. Eastern. For the new subs out there, appreciate y'all for subbing. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and stay tuned for some gameplay.
Yo, Sandman, don't get ran over by a car.
Oh yeah, I don't know if I'm doing a little Santos. I don't know if I'm doing a little Santos content tomorrow. I'll keep y'all posted.
Okay.
And I'm getting a lot of a lot of people liking the Grand Theft content. Much love to y'all. We definitely gonna keep that shit in rotation though. But for right now, it's all about Capcom.
Yes, sir.
All righty.
All right. Peace out, motherfucker.